Hey everybody, I'm back. This is Miss NC Bound with another video. This video comes from Florida, and this is a recent story of four young ladies who three of them tragically lost their lives by drinking and driving in Florida. And the fourth one is currently in critical condition at a Florida hospital. So let's just go ahead and watch this video, and I'll be back with my commentary.
County, Florida Highway Patrol says this video is at the center of their investigation into a deadly crash over the weekend. Troopers claim four women were drinking while speeding. Three of them died. Another is in the hospital tonight in critical condition. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth is live at the hospital in Orlando. And Randy, you spoke to the sole survivor's mother. What did she say?
Yeah, good evening to you, Luann. Spoke with her late this afternoon, and she described her daughter as a fighter, and she is certainly fighting for her life right now. As you mentioned, we have video that has been confirmed by FHP that they are using as part of this investigation. I want to warn viewers that some of this video may not be appropriate for younger viewers. As FHP says, one of the women that you will see in this video is one of the women who was killed. Speeds appearing to top 100 miles per hour. And alcohol passed around the vehicle. Florida Highway Patrol says this video is now part of their investigation into this weekend's deadly crash in Lake County.
In that vehicle, if the video ends up being exactly what our investigators are able to prove, there was a lot of distraction in that car for the driver and for the other passengers.
State troopers say the crash happened early Sunday morning along State Road 19, just south of State Florian Lane. Investigators say the driver failed to negotiate a curve, ran off the road, hit a pole, and flipped several times. They say no one was wearing a seatbelt, and everyone was thrown from the Jeep. Three people were killed: Kenesha Lewis, Octavia Pugh, and Shakayla Mathis. A fourth passenger, Mariah Belcher, is in the hospital.
My child is here, but it's three kids that lost their lives behind this. And I want their family to go through their grieving and not have to worry about my baby.
Mariah's mom says her daughter is still in critical condition but stable. She has a traumatic brain injury, fractured vertebrae in her neck, and suffered a spleen injury.
My whole ride from Alabama, all I can say is my child should live and not die. And she's fighting.
Marcia Knight says her daughter and her friends may have been leaving a party when they allegedly made the post on social media and crashed. She says it's hard watching that video and knowing a night of fun with friends ended like this.
The accountability on my half goes towards my daughter. Because if you knew this person had been drinking, you knew you guys were drinking before, there, after, why? You know what I'm saying? You know better.
FHP says they're still waiting on toxicology reports in this investigation. They also have to compare data from the vehicle to how fast the vehicle was recorded in that video. Investigators are also reminding you to wear your seatbelt. And then a GoFundMe created for Kenesha Lewis. She is described as a mom of five, and she is remembered as a sweet and loving woman. There was another GoFundMe created for the victim, Octavia Pugh, by her family, and they say they are heartbroken by this. And the entire community is heartbroken. The mayor of Eustis posted on Facebook today that there will be a prayer vigil this weekend on Sunday at 5 o'clock at Carver Park to honor all of these women. Reporting tonight, Randy Hildreth, Fox 35 News.
So sad.
Yeah, this is such a tragedy to happen. Here you have these four women that were at a party, having a night of fun, like the video stated. And for whatever reason, I just, for the life of me, can't understand you drinking and driving. I mean, and it wasn't just, having a beer. I mean, they were passing a whole bottle of alcohol around in the car. And then, as you can see by the speedometer, I mean, at that point in time, speeds reached well over 100 miles per hour. I think it was shown 116 miles per hour. And then, you know, your reflexes, number one, aren't good anyway when you have some type of, when you're intoxicated or have some type of stuff in your system that impairs your judgment. And none of them were wearing a seatbelt. And then you're on, I don't know if it was IG Live, Facebook Live, but then you're streaming that as well. So as the detective or as the police officer said, there was so many distractions just in a short clip that we watched, you know. And so I just want to remind, you know, especially the young people nowadays, it is not worth losing your life, you know, being on IG Live while you're driving, not wearing your seatbelt, and then you're drinking. You know, it's just not worth it. And that's why I try to tell, you know, anybody that I can, you know, please wear your seatbelt, because you may think it's a restraint to just hold you back. And you may sit up there and say, oh, I'm a good driver, nothing's going to happen to me. But you also have to think about the other drivers on the road. You know, what if somebody swerve into your lane, hit you, and you don't have your seatbelt on? And then on top of that, you've been intoxicated, you've been impaired some way, shape, or form. Your reflexes aren't going to be like they would be if you were straight sober. So this is just a terrible situation, and I do pray for the families and the young lady that is still fighting for her life in the hospital. I just hope that she makes a full recovery, and I hope maybe once she does recover, I'm not going to say if she recovers, but when she recovers, I hope maybe this will be a teaching moment for her, and that way she can just share her testimony with other people, how, you know, a night of fun turned into a tragedy, which she lost for her friends, you know, just by a stupid act. um let's just all, you know, keep all those families in our thoughts and prayers. And you know, I also thank God that nobody else on the road, no innocent bystanders, were affected in this tragedy. Let's just again all just give our thoughts and prayers to the family, and praying for the young lady who is still in the hospital that she makes a full recovery, and also for the family as well, because you all are dealing with a lot, losing family members, and also you have one in the hospital that is fighting for their life. And think about the kids that are left behind. You know, I heard in this video clip, one of the deceased had 5 children. So let's just all just keep everybody lifted in prayers. And again, everybody, just please don't drink and drive, and always remember to wear your seatbelt, because we don't know, but that seatbelt could have possibly helped save some of those lives that were lost. Okay, I'm done with this video, everybody. Drop your comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.